All right, today we're going to do a review on the Edge Finder and these drills that I picked up from Dewalt from Amazon.com. And I wanted to give you a quick review just to start off by saying that I received no money, no kind of endorsements, no free items, nothing from neither company. Just always like to say that whenever I do a video, just to let you know I'm an honest consumer just like everybody else, and I make my videos to people don't like to waste their money on crap, and when I buy things online I'm sometimes kind of weary just like everybody else, and I thought I would make this video to help some people out. First, let's start off with these drills. We're going to talk about some pros and cons of the drills. The first thing we're going to talk about is the actual sizes that come into the kit that you actually receive. And we're going to go over that real quick. You get the, it's kind of hard to see, but I'll read them off here to you. You get a 1/16. I believe you get two 1/16s, but they're different lengths. You get a 5/64, a 3/32 drill, a 7/64, a 1/8, another 1/8 that's a little shorter. You get a 9/64, a 1/2 inch, a 3/8, a 5/16, a quarter drill, a 3/16, and a 5/32 drill. All right, just to give you a little bit of insight, I'm a machinist. That's what I do for a living, so I'm pretty familiar with drills. I use them every single day, all sizes. So just to give you a little bit of background on the what I do and why I purchased these drills. I purchased them just for a little small set to throw in my toolbox to get some basic things done. These are definitely not all the sizes you need as a machinist, but if you're somebody buying these for, say, around the house or little odds and end jobs, this is definitely a great set. And be honest with you, it's such a good set that I was kind of mad at myself that I didn't pick up they have a bigger set. A set, I believe, that comes with 24 pieces, and I wish that if I had known how good they were, I would have picked up the 24 set. So that's just a little tip out there for anybody who's thinking about purchasing these drills. Go ahead and spring for the bigger set, especially if you use various sizes. It's going to be worth your money in the long run. It's just a few extra bucks, and I wish I would have done it. So let's talk about some of the pros. They have a good coating on them that seems to be a little scratch resistant, and they seem to hold up pretty well. I've used these now for about 2 weeks, and I have to say, these are great drills. You can use these drills with, being a machinist, I put them in a manual mill, and I've tried running them at low speeds, and I've tried running them at the higher speeds, and they hold up great. As far as something, say, like let's say the 1/4 inch end mill right here. I've ran this one up to, I want to say somewhere around a little over 1,000 RPMs. I want to say around 1,200 RPMs, if I recall, 'cause I use several of them. It's kind of hard to keep with all the different drills and what speeds you're running them. But it was around about 1,200 RPMs, and then I ran it down as low as about, say, I want to say about 500, which is on the low end for a 1/4 inch end mill. And I was just doing that just to kind of test them out, and it held up great. Cut perfectly. Beautiful hole, nice clean hole. Another thing I want to show you about these drills is that you're not, it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see it on the package when you zoom in on the picture on Amazon, is that they have a tip on them. And it's very hard to see, and I'm so sorry about that this video, the quality, but you kind of see that little tip right there. And this little tip on the tip of these drills is for when you're working with metal, or really a lot of wood. If you ever tried drilling something at home, for example, and you know how you drill straight down and the drill begins to walk all over the place? You ever had that experience? You're trying to drill a hole, and the drill, you start off here and it kind of wobbles towards one end or towards the other. You kind of have to put some pressure on it. Basically what this is a center drill. And for those of you who are not machinists, a center drill is just basically a little small drill. It looks like a drill, but it's not. Basically it's a starter hole, a pilot hole. You kind of start off a hole, tiny hole, and that tiny hole keeps the drill from wobbling all over the place. So this little tip, that's what that does. It's basically a center drill. And I use this. I actually drilled a couple of holes. I want to believe I used it was a 564 drill. I want to say it was that I used. And I didn't use a center drill because I just wanted to see how it was going to turn out. And it worked great. Whenever I have to do little small holes, anything I have in this box, it'll save you some time. If you want to use a center drill, you just want to jump straight to the hole. That's right. This is what you need to go for right here. That's awesome. These drills really do work. They hold up well. The only negative I could say about them is that they do work. Let me say they do work with metal. I mean, they cut through metal like, it's just so easy to cut through metal. 1018 steel, awesome. And I believe you can also use them for like wood and other things like that, other materials. I don't know how they do with like say plastics or anything like that. I haven't drilled any plastic or anything, but I know wood and metal, you're not going to have any problem. Very little effort to get through it. I'm going to show you something here about these drills. I thought there was a very nice feature of them. They have on the shank, they have the flats. So if you're a machinist or if you deal with any kind of metal, you know what I mean about the flats. The flats, you have to lock them in if you have like a handheld drill, you have like the little, I'm not sure the technical name for them on the handheld drills, but basically that's what those little teeth for. You put those little teeth on the flats of the drill and lock it into place. And they hold up great. No slipping. They stay locked into the chuck. And, like I said, these are just awesome little drills. I can't say enough. I wish I would have bought the bigger set. I really do. They come in a nice little case, which is inside of a toolbox. I have this actually located in my smaller part of my toolbox. So it's not very wide, as you can see. If I had to, I don't have a ruler in front of me, but if I had to guess, I would say it's probably maybe 2 inches thick. Nice little case. It has a little lock right here on the side of it. And the lock is actually a pretty good lock because when you carry it around inside of a toolbox or a bag, it doesn't come unlocked. And then you look inside your bag or your toolbox and you got drills, all over the place. It stays fairly, locked and it's very secure. So that's one thing I really do like about that. Another thing we're going to talk about today is the edge finder. Now, this is an edge finder. I'm going to place a video actually in both of the areas, so you'll be able to see the same video. So if you were looking for the edge finder and not this, sorry you had to wait so long to get to this. But this edge finder is a 200 and thousandths in diameter as far as the tip of it goes, the edge of it. The shank, I want to say was, what size collet was I using? I want to say it was I don't want to lie to you because I really don't remember what size collet I was running this in. But it's more of one of your standard size collets. Very well made, very durable, light. Because it's a 200, the reason I picked this one up is because it's a 200 thousandths diameter. And it helps you get into small holes. So for an example, when I was yesterday, I was edge finding a part and I had a vice stop on the right-hand side of the part. And my datum point was over here on the right-hand side of the part, and I couldn't get down in there with some of your edge finders. The most common ones you find are about 1/4 inch in diameter. And with that, you can't get inside of a small area. So for example, like right here, I can get inside this little small pocket. If this was 1/4 diameter, I wouldn't be able to edge find in such a small pocket. But by being only 100 thousandths, you can reach little small areas, and it seems to work fairly well and holds up fairly well. You run these at speeds around, I run mine about between 600 and 700 RPMs. And I don't have anything negative to say about this edge finder. I really don't. The only negative thing I can honestly say about it is the difference between one that is, around 200 thousandths in diameter versus one that is 1/4 inch is when it kicks off. Now, those of you who use edge finders, you'll know what I'm talking about. When it's going up against a part and it kicks off, and when it shifts over, it's because it's so small, it is very hard to see. It's such a very small amount. And I'm so sorry for the quality of this video. But I'm just trying to give you a little bit of insight. But it is very hard to see it when it kicks off. You have to pay attention to it to really see that it kicked off. I mean, if you're looking and paying attention, you can tell that it kicked off if you know what you're looking for. But it's just one of those things. Keep that in mind that, you know, you're going to have to pay attention to it, more or less, is where I'm getting at when it kicks off. I mean, it's not really a big issue. It's not really a big problem. But you kind of have to move your head around on the machine and kind of make sure that it, you know, that it kicked off or whatnot. Because if you're just staring at one spot of it or one end of it, it could kick off on the other side, and you may not notice it, and you may keep going. So just, you know, small, light turns, you know, moving in a thousandth at a time or maybe a tenth at a time. And when it kicks off, just pay attention and you'll be able to see it. One of the things I want to say about these drills, I do want to point out, is that, yes, while you do have a pretty long drill right here and a fairly sizable shank on this drill, the one thing I wish, it's not long enough, the way I feel as a machinist. I've had some parts like yesterday, I had a drill in, day before yesterday, I had a drill into a 3-inch steel block. And at 3 inch, well, actually it was 3.5 inches. And these flutes are, you know, the drill itself overall is not big enough for a 3-inch block. And, you know, you just can't go down enough into a 3.5 inch block. But overall, these drills aren't made for that kind of work. Most machine shops that have drills, if you have to drill into a 3.5 inch block, they'll have drills, you know, with longer flutes and longer drills or longer shanks so that you can accomplish that kind of task. So it's not really that big of a deal because, you know, you can't fault the company because that's not what this drill is made for. It's not made for drilling to a 3.5 inch block. It's made primarily for around the house, small little projects. You know, you can use them in a machine shop. I certainly use them. But it's certainly, you know, nothing more, I would say, than 2 inches, 2.5 inches. You know, I wouldn't try to really drill anything much thicker than that as far as material-wise. But anyways, just to let you know, the edge finder does come in a little pouch that they give you to store it in. But other than that, I just want to say that, you know, I was very pleased with both of these items. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you out with making a purchase. And other than that, have a nice day, and thank you for watching my video. If you liked the video, please click thumbs up. If I did a bad, terrible job, then by all means, you have the right to give me a thumbs down. All right, y'all have a good day.